Bonjour, everybody. Hi, this is Neshi Wilcox. Welcome to Star Nation's organization main fan page. This afternoon, I thought I would come and share a little information with you about the Star Nations magazine, the June issue. It's issue 61. 61. Every time I type those numbers in for each issue, I think, oh my gosh, look how many we've done. 61 issues. And this one is really, I love the cover. And I realize I am partial. I realize that. But it's one of the things that I love doing the most is pulling together this magazine. For me, it is a creative process that fills my soul. The reason being is because of the contributing writers and how they share themselves with our readers, share their hearts, share their experiences, their wisdom, and I just love it. I mean, and it fits me so well because I get this thing about the adrenaline rush about a new project, and so every month I get to have that because it has a distinct beginning and a distinct end with the publication date. And our publication is the 10th of every month. And I've been wanting to do this promotion with all of you with the live stream since Monday. And today, this afternoon, I thought, this is it. I'm doing it. So what I'd like to do is share with you about the June issue and the articles that appear on the cover, their titles. And I'm going to bring the magazine up so you can see it. And we're going to do this. There we go. I'm going to give this is the cover for the June issue. Don't you just love that? It's one of my favorite cover pictures we've done. This was our nod, our acknowledgement of the summer solstice. It's an image coming from NASA, their images of the day, and with the sun coming up to the earth. I love it. It's one of those pictures that when I saw it, it jumped off the screen to me, and I knew that was our cover for June. It's great. Great. I love it. So that is the cover. And if you can see the cover, we have the titles on it are Earth Energies, Feet Chakras, and Higher Consciousness. The other one is Released from Fear by the Gentle Power of Love. Chakra System Ascension Part 2, and Living in Harmony with Sacred Law Part 2, and also The Healing Power of Cats. Yes, The Healing Power of Cats. It's a lot of good issues. So here's what I would like to do is I do have some more images for you, pictures of each of the articles that appear on the cover, and just chat a little bit about them and let you get to know a little bit about those and why they ended up on the cover. There we go, the backstory, right? That's what we love, is the backstory. This first article here, I'm going to give it a solo. This article is by Nicole Fix. She writes for Health and Healing about emotional health. And this is an article about a cat, one of her cats that she still has, that she got when she was in college. And this cat is I think 8 or 19 years old now. And she writes about how her cat helped her to heal at certain aspects of herself in relating to what cats bring to us, and their personalities and their independence, and the cats. And it's an article that touched my heart. I know a lot of my friends have cats. I don't. But a lot of my friends do. And I get to witness the relationship that they have with their cats, and this loving relationship. And Nicole actually puts this into words, and I think that the way she touches her belief in cats really brings it from her soul. I think you'll like it. I really do. And here's the next one. Here's one. I love, love, love this picture. This picture was actually taken by Paul Krauss. He happens to be the author of this article as well. He writes under the section Sacred Masculine. And the title is Releasing from Fear by the Gentle Power of Love. And his article is about a time. He lives in Japan. He's an expat. And he's lived in Japan for 20 years. He lives in Kyoto. And he's been writing for us, I think, for 4 years now. 3, 4. I should know this. It's been a while. And Paul, this article that he submitted for the June article, oh my gosh. He writes about a time. Remember when the earthquake happened in near Japan? It was a few years ago. It was huge. It caused tsunamis, and that's when the issue with Fukushima was really in the news, and it was a really, really difficult time. And watching the devastation from that earthquake that happened in Japan. Well, Paul lives north of there, quite a ways north, and in his article he writes about the feelings that he went through during that time frame, and knowing that they perhaps were going to start evacuating people, and where were they going to put these displaced people but going north into where he lives, and the number of people that might be, and all of repercussions from that. And there was a gentle nun who actually helped him through it. And you have to read the article to really understand what Paul was going through at that time, and how the love that pulled him through that. And it's a wonderful article. I actually wrote Paul a side note after I had prepped the article for layout, telling him so, and how much it touched me and touched my heart, in his sharing his feelings about during that time frame. I mean, and I imagined what it would be like to be there during such a time, and the kind of emotions that it would instill in someone, right? So it's a great article. And if you have a chance to be able to get the magazine and read it, write to Paul. Let him know how you felt about his article, because I think that you'll find that it's very soulful and very touching. This next article is by Carl and Ortrun Franklin, and they write for the Mystery School section of the magazine. I'm going to give it its solo here. I love this picture. I found this picture and I thought, now this goes with Ortrun's written piece, and also the interview, the show that we did last month. And this is entitled, I can hardly read it. You Are More Than You Seem. You Are More Than You Seem is the title of the article. And really, this is about, we're human in a physical body, spirit in a physical body, but we're much more than that. And Ortrun shares about our spiritual body. It's a really good art, and the article itself is great. I love it. The show recorded show that they also include in this article has a meditation with it, and it's an Ortrun guided meditation. And if you love guided meditations, you're going to love Ortrun's, because she can really take you there and help you connect to your higher self. And this article, every month they come up with an article that is so very helpful for those that are recently consciously walking their earth walk here, their physical life. Very helpful, and speaks from their heart, which is always good. Now, chakra sessions. This article is by Polly Jo LeBay, and it's entitled Our Chakra System Through Ascension, Part 2. This Part 2 finishes up her series about the ascension process and how our chakras are affected by that process. And what's interesting is Polly Jo shares with us aspects of the evolution of Earth that is, to some people, may be brand new. To others, it may be another perspective of something they've already read or heard. And that is, of course, the Earth, Grandmother Earth is what we call her in Native America. She is leading the ascension. We're not leading her, she's leading us. And Polly Jo explains that. And she also talks about how our chakras are evolving to be able to hold the higher vibration. And it is a fascinating article that if you have been a student of the ascension process, you're going to love this one, because she talks about some of the ancient information about our chakras and the evolution of them. So it's a great one. Great. You guys are going to love it. If you need if you haven't read part 1, that is in the previous issue, in the May issue. And you can always get the older issues as well if you would get a subscription or if you want to buy it individually. Okay. All right. Here's another one. This article is by Jan Beaver. Jan is one of our featured contributing writers. She wrote, I'm sorry, got the wrong one. This is Earth Energies. This is by Karen Jardine. And Karen, this is her premiere article for us in Star Nations magazine. She has written a featured article for us, but this is her very first monthly article. She will be contributing on a monthly basis, and she and I both can't wait because she has so much to share about Earth Energies. I did interview Karen I think it was last month, or maybe it was in April, end of April. And it tells her background. She works with Earth Energies. She's a practitioner and teacher about Earth acupuncture, sacred geometry, and a wealth of information she is. In this particular article, she explains about sacred sites and our foot chakras. I don't know if you've read much about our foot chakras, but she helps us to understand why we are so attracted to sacred sites, and also when we're on a sacred site, what our foot chakras do to help us to integrate the energy. So, if you are into Earth Energies, and you're going to love Karen's monthly articles, and she under the Earth Energies section of the magazine. Yeah, she was fun to work with too when we were doing the layout of her article. Here's Jan's article. I had them switched around. Jan Beaver, a contributing featured writer, and she writes quarterly for us. And Jan is finishing up her 2-part series, Living in Harmony with Sacred Law. When I had put out the call to our contributing writers, if anybody wanted to help us out and to write an article about universal law, Jan volunteered to do this article for us. And she writes it from a perspective that's rather unique, because she writes it from a perspective of being an Indigenous woman. And so she includes some of that kind of information in there as well. Okay. And that's why she calls it sacred laws rather than universal laws. And so if you wanted to read something about the universal laws from just a different perspective, you're going to like these articles. Now, this is her second part. So first part of this series occurred in the May issue, and this is wrapping it up. And she took the picture in her article. It's about a turtle that they created artwork for a ceremony that had been done, and so I think you're going to like this one. I really do. It's a way of seeing the universal laws through the heart and soul of an Indigenous woman. It's really good. Those are the highlighted articles of the magazine of the June issue. Now, the June issue, all the issues actually, all of the issues. I'm going to give the cover its solo again. The magazine is available for digital for your mobile devices, meaning that you can read the magazine on your iPhone, on your Android, and also on any of your tablets, iPad mini. So it's in mobile devices. It's downloadable. The magazine is also available as a print on demand through our partners at magcloud.com. And so if you like to actually hold the physical magazine in your hands, you can order that from them. Now, it does take about 10 days to 14 days, depending on where you live, for the shipment to come to you, okay? But if you're one of those people who like the digital, but you don't want to keep it on your phone or on your tablet, you can read it as a PDF. And that means you can read it on any one of your devices. It doesn't matter, as long as you have the Adobe Acrobat, right? So PDF, and you can also get it in a web viewer version. It's hard to say, a web viewer version. That means that it's in the cloud, and you can call it down, bring it down to your whatever device you want to use to read it. It's just not stored in your hard drive. So any way that you like to read material, Star Nations magazine is available in it. Yeah, and I'm going to include the links to the magazine and where you can purchase it. It's $2.99 for the digital, and depending on how many pages it is for the print on demand, it's with shipping. Shipping actually costs quite a bit. It's like, wait a minute, the magazine is $14 and they have to pay $5 shipping. But that's the way it is. If you like your magazine to hold in your hands and to keep it, a lot of people keep it as a reference material to get it like that. So MagCloud does that, and they do such a good job. It looks great. It really does, and it feels good in the print on demand. So I'm forgetting something. I'm trying to remember what that is. I wonder how important it was. The magazine itself is, when they say a labor of love, it really is. It is. We get to create this on a monthly basis, and we've been doing it for almost 5 years. And it is the labor of love. The contributing writers, whenever we finish up an issue and we're published, and I send them an email letting them know that it's been published, thanking them, asking them, to help promote it and that kind of thing. But more importantly, I thank them for walking the red road with me together, being of service to our community. And I truly mean it. It's a prime example for me on what it means to walk the red road together, because each one of the contributing writers bring their heart and their soul into their article. And knowing that our readership is looking for that kind of information, someone's searching for that information, and they're more than happy to provide it. So, with that, enjoy the magazine. There are videos embedded into the magazine, which is kind of nice because you don't have to go someplace else. It's not going to take you to another site to see the video. It's played right inside the digital magazine. It also is available in the PDF and the web viewer, of course. In the print on demand, we have the links in there. And we also, if you can use a smartphone, you can do the QR codes, and you can get it that way. Okay. So if you ever have any questions, please send me your question, and I will try to answer it the best I can. You can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me at Star Nations Radio Network at gmail.com, and I will try to answer your questions the best I can. With that, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I am going to be I'm going to go and sit in the chat room, the live chat for Polly Joe's show at 6 p.m. tonight, Eastern time. It's 7. Oh, sorry, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's 6 o'clock here in Wisconsin. It's Soul Connections, and it's an hour of healing, and it's a meditation, and it's really nice at the end of the day to be able to do those kinds of things. So if you want to join me, I will be in the chat room. 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern chakra sessions. Nope. Soul Connections. I am tired. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and we'll see you soon.